Hey, 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 it's Flying Monkey Tote Day. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this black leather for my cousin's birthday. This is part of her logo, the Flying Monkeys, and she also uses the Wicked Witch of the West's legs under that. She does caricatures and jewelry. This is a 3 to 4 ounce veg tan leather that I'm making the logo out of. And yes, I'm going to write on it, but it will still look wonderful because it's going to be all painted. So here I've finished drawing up the logo. I'm going to cut it out. That's all cut out. And I have, whenever I was cutting it out, I saw a few lumps and bumps around my letters and the logo. And I'm going to perfect it because my OCD gets a hold of me. Don't know about you, but it gets a hold of me. And I can't let it go till it's my very best. So here we go, smoothing out those lumps and bumps. Enough of that. I think I'm done. I think it looks good. There it is. I got my paint palette out. I pulled my paints. I'm ready to add some color to this baby. Woo-hoo! Ruby red shoes. Ruby red shoes. And add a little white. I added plain white for the stockings. And I always like to add a little bling bling. Here's some pearl white for the rest of it. Yes, indeedy, I have to say, that looks good. Now, time to get those stitching holes in there. And since this is suede, I'm going to stitch here, here, and here. Use the red thread and my pricking irons from Tandy. I used the small ones on this, and I was having a hard time seeing, so I had to go on and move to gel pen and a ruler to mark all my crispy clean lines. All finished with the pocket sewn in or glued in. It's not sewn in, it's glued in at this time. And I'm going to put the Barg's cement on that whole inch. I'm using 1/2 inch seams on this tote. And so I got a whole inch marked. I have skived it on my Texo skiving machine. And now I'm going to fold that over the top, 1/2 inch, so I can sew it together. And here I am going to use the Barg cement to cement my logo onto the tote. I'm centering it here with the rulers on both sides. And I'm taking my gel pen. And what I do with my gel pen is I put the weight on top of the logo. I go inside, just lay the pen at a 45, go inside about 1/4 of an inch and just trace all the way around the logo. And hopefully that gel pen will make enough of a mark that I can see it. Very good. Now, you see it's glued in. Bargs will hold it forever. Onto my logo for the back side of the tote. The stitching holes for the logo on the front of the tote. I have glued the top, sewn in the back logo under the pocket. Now I'm doing the side seams and the gusset seams. I'm using 3/8 inch double-sided tape because I am doing a 1/2 inch seam on all of this, so that won't show at all. And if you'll notice my little white marks, I am stopping a 1/2 inch from the edge for the next gusset seam and the top seam. And you see the little keychain holder? I love those, so I add those on everything. And sometimes you can use weights to use those as a stitching pony whenever you're stitching something that the stitching pony might not be appropriate for. And I love when I get done, I use a thread zap. Don't care for the smell it makes, but hey, it does a perfect job. Melts that stuff right down. It's there like concrete. Now the glue should be dried on my gusset seam, and you'll see that I have snipped the corner of the gusset seam, and there it is. I'm finished. Bag part is complete. Looks great. Plenty of room. And on to the handles. Now for the tote handles, I use a 4 ounce veg tan leather that I dyed ruby red to match the ruby red slippers. And I wasn't going to show this, but why not? Everybody makes mistakes, and I got excited. It was late at night. It's the first time I've used brass rivets. Yeah, it was hard as Hades to get that out, but I got it out, and I made sure to put both of them on the handles on there before I did the rivets. But of course it was late, and I put the handles on front to back instead of side to side. Don't do that. It's side to side. I cut it. I got another piece of veg tan, dyed it black, and sewed it in. And no matter what, if you make a mistake, mistakes can be fixed. I think it looks wonderful. Just splendid and marvelous, darling. There's the finished product. The Flying Monkeys tote. Brass rivets are no joke. All complete. Red, white, and black. Beautiful handles. They turned out wonderful. Even mistakes can be a wonderful thing.
That's a super duper fancy wrapping paper.
Wrote it on there. So
Woo!
it does smell good.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I'm scared.
It's Jennifer's 60th birthday, and I had to do something fancy for you.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh.
6 days.
All right.